Live, local, breaking news. This is WYFF News 4 at 6 in high definition.
The autopsy tonight reveals a Clemson student died after a 20 to 23-foot fall. He landed in the Seneca River where it meets Lake Hartwell. Plenty of talk on social media about hazing. The sheriff's office says so far there's no indication of it, but the students' national fraternity says it's looking into those claims.
Tonight we have team coverage of the death of Tucker Hipps, from the investigation into exactly how he died to the investigation into those hazing claims. We're also covering the outpouring of sympathy on social media from college campuses throughout the region.
First, here is a picture of 19-year-old Tucker Hipps. The coroner tells us his body was found in 4 to 5 feet of water in Lake Hartwell. The coroner says he died from falling off a bridge there near Highway 93. Again, there have been allegations of hazing on social media. And WYFF News 4's Mandy Gaither is live and local in Oconee County. And Mandy, the sheriff's office says its investigation so far has not revealed any hazing, right?
Well, that's right. At this point, the sheriff says that he does not believe hazing was involved. Of course, it's still early in the investigation, but the coroner says Hipps fell off to his death off this bridge.
19-year-old Tucker Hipps was on an early morning run around 5:30 Monday with his fraternity Sig Ep when investigators say the sophomore disappeared. When Hipps didn't show up for breakfast, the members went looking for him. When he wasn't found, a missing persons report was filed. That was at 1:45 Monday afternoon. Hipps's body was found a few hours later around 5:15 p.m. in the Seneca River basin of Lake Hartwell. The coroner says Hipps died of a head injury that's consistent with an unsupported fall. Late Tuesday, a spokesman for Sig Ep said the fraternity is currently investigating claims of hazing. Oconee County Sheriff Mike Crenshaw told WYFF News 4 that deputies interviewed more than 20 fraternity members who were out on the run and say Hipps was slower than the rest of the group, so they lost sight of him. But he says no one saw Hipps go off the bridge. Crenshaw says there were no inconsistencies in the stories, and that's why at this point deputies don't believe hazing played a part in Hipps' death. But the investigation continues.
There's a lot of pain, a lot of pain right now. A lot of questions.
For Hipps's friends, the new information brings little comfort. Ben Crocker knew Hipps from Boys State, where Hipps was a senior counselor.
You instantly knew him for his infectious smile, and he was a guy with a huge heart. And he cared for people a lot.
Students from Clemson to the University of South Carolina wore orange in remembrance of Hipps, now just waiting to find out what else the investigation will reveal. It may take weeks for toxicology tests to come back.
And Oconee County deputies are also asking anyone who may have been driving in this area on Highway 93 near the Seneca River Bridge around 5:30 to 6 a.m. on Monday to give them a call. They're trying to see if anybody might have any other information out there. You can call them. Their number is 638-4111. Mandy Gaither, WYFF News 4, live in Oconee County.
Those who knew Tucker Hipps before he went to Clemson are also waiting to hear more about this investigation. WYFF News 4's Myra Ruiz is live and local in Easley tonight with more on this. Myra.
Well, Carol, Senior Pastor David Gallimore tells us that Tucker Hipps and his parents have gone to Rock Springs Baptist Church here in Easley for the past 12 years, and the young man's death definitely comes as a blow to the church family. Now, while Tucker was an active student at Wren High, he was also involved in a lot of church activities. His passion for sports carried over into Rock Springs. And Dr. David Gallimore says Tucker was active with a youth group as well as church athletics, and he'll always be remembered for the way that he lived.
Tucker was a young man who loved the Lord, and Tucker was a young man who made a mark on his friends, on his family, and for his faith.
And Dr. Gallimore tells us that Tucker was the only child of Gary and Cindy Hipps. He says that his parents have turned to their faith in their grief, and at this point no funeral arrangements have been made, but he will keep us posted. Myra Ruiz, WYFF News 4, live in Easley.
Myra, thank you. Many of you have left messages on our Facebook page offering condolences to the family. Melanie Richards wrote, Tucker truly was amazing. He was one of the most amazing people ever from the time he was 3 or 4 years old when I met him. And Vicki Young posted, prayers for all the lives that are shattered by this loss. I did not know Tucker, but am heartbroken over this news. You can also leave a comment. Just do so under any of our articles about Tucker Hips on our Facebook page.
As we reported, the national chapter of Sigma Phi Epsilon is looking into those allegations of hazing based on social media. Those hazing allegations have not been proven so far, but WYFF News 4 Investigates did find problems with hazing in the past at the national fraternity. Now, Clemson University defines hazing in part as any situation for the purpose of initiation or continued membership in an organization. Hazing can be intentional or unintentional and can occur with or without consent. And here again, WYFF News 4 Investigates' Tim Waller has learned SIGEP has dealt with this before. Tim?
Well, Michael, according to Sigma Phi Epsilon's own newsletter published in the spring of 2013, they see far too much risky and downright irresponsible behavior within their chapters. They wrote, "At many chapters, accountability is dangerously absent." And because of hazing and alcohol abuse, 13 SIGEP chapters with over 990 brothers have closed over the last 18 months, including a chapter in South Carolina. In 2011, the SIGEP chapter at USC was closed by the National Board for a pattern of, quote, unacceptable behavior. That chapter has since reopened. Now, regarding allegations of hazing at the Clemson chapter, a university spokesman said to date, quote, "We should not speculate about something so serious until we have all the facts." But the university went on to say hazing is a violation of university policy that can lead to serious sanctions, including suspension or expulsion. Carol?
Tim, thank you. Clemson is dealing with an alleged hazing incident right now. Earlier this month, we reported on a former Clemson soccer player who said she was hazed. Haley Hunt has filed a lawsuit after she claimed she suffered a head injury during a hazing ritual. She is suing the Tigers soccer coach, his assistants, and several former teammates. In the complaint, Hunt says back in 2011, she was ordered to sprint while blindfolded and ran into a wall. Clemson released this statement about that lawsuit, quote, "Clemson University strongly disagrees with the characterization of events in this lawsuit and looks forward to vigorously defending this case on its facts rather than these allegations," end quote.